Hi everyone, this is Alloutdoor1 here. Today I'm going to be demonstrating my version of the Swedish torch. Now this isn't a survival technique per se, although ultimately it could be useful in a survival situation. Essentially what this does is localizes a fire and allows you to have a long burning fire without having to constantly feed the fire. It gives you more of a kind of smouldering heat rather than large flames. It is sufficient for cooking. You know, basically once you've got the fire going in the middle here, you can rest your pot on top and it will definitely bring any water to the boil or cook. Something around this size will give you about a good half an hour, 40 minutes cook time. If you use this much fuel in a normal kind of campfire configuration, your burning and cooking times would be a lot lower. Another advantage of this is that ultimately, in the early stages, it can always be picked up and moved. I've used two pieces of very thin wire, stainless steel wire, something along the same lines that you'd use to make snares with, and I've just secured all the branches together. In the middle here, I think it'll be easiest if I just turn it on its side. In the middle there, there is basically another log, another one of these, which is about half the size of all the other ones, so it only comes up to about here. And then on top of it, I've put lots of fuel, including bark, very small pieces of baton wood, basically your kindling. And here I've got some sphagnum moss as well. This will take the flame nicely. This has been dried out, so you should be able to get a fire going pretty easily. And essentially, as it burns down, it burns the wood from the inside outwards and will eventually crumble into a pile. It's also good for very windy conditions, as you know, the majority of the heat is coming through right in the middle and it's all covered up. The traditional Swedish fire steel is made by getting a log which is about the equivalent diameter of this, or larger, making two incisions at the top at crisscrossed angles, and then splitting the wood, basically using wedges, and then you construct it in the same method pretty much. But what I've done here is an easier method which can be done using a small pocket saw and a knife, and a good quality knife. So I think it's relatively more adaptable and easier to construct with fewer tools and less skill required in this configuration here. Here's the lighting of the torch, and we'll see how it goes. seems to be taking quite nicely so far. Yeah, so this is caught properly now. It will smoulder like this for a long time. For something so small, it does give you a lot of cooking time. As I said, this will smoulder like this for up to an hour, 45 minutes, something along those lines. You'll get the occasional flame coming out, but generally it will be like this. But believe me, that is very hot. And that concludes episode 1.
Alloutdoor1.